You don't belong here. Oi! What are you looking at? You heard me. We've got enough problems here without strange weirdos wandering around town. You are. I seen you when the dice got rolled. You didn't change a bit. That tells us you're not from Two Town. I reckon you're a oner, and you don't belong here.
It seemed to even that there were two sides to every story, especially here in Two Town, where even the residents seemed to be of two minds.
Oh, hey! I've got cards to play! Cards, cards, I got cards here, the greatest cards in the land, from my body to your hands. The very same! Why, I've got the best cards in all of Two Town, only for the most discerning of customers. Oh, I can tell you've got an eye for cards. Always terrific to meet another connoisseur. Manny Dex, at your service. Naturally! You know, I've often been heard to remark that life is like cards. It's not so much the cards you've got, but how you play them, yeah? Plus, life is also small, cheap, and random, and yet utterly enchanting. All like cards, isn't it? Now listen, since you're a fellow connoisseur, and since business is slow, I'm gonna do you a solid, mate. Old Manidex is gonna give you a lovely binder to hold your cards in, on the house. We'll just need to teach you how to use it. Now then, what with that shiny new binder with all those blank pages in it, you're probably in the market for some new cards, eh? Well, good news! It just so happens I've got the greatest cards in the land from my body to your hands, ha! And at the best prices too. Oi, oi, Matty Dex here, Matty Dex here, card enthusiast and
Even was beginning to learn a lot about this new part of random, but not, unfortunately, how to escape it. The door was locked. Perhaps someone nearby was in possession of a key.
Have you seen the Upside Down Town? I'm building it. The flipped city in the sky. You can't miss it. It's not just me, of course. Lots of construction jobs up there. That whole site was designed by Her Royal Highness, the Queen. It's the ultimate expression of Two Town. Name's Smokey, by the way. That's it. That's exactly it. Everything must have its other half. It's only natural. Some call the Upside Down Town a mere distraction, a minor obsession of the Queen designed simply to keep us all busy. You know what those people are called? Ha! Good one. No, they're traitors. They're obviously traitors. It's the ultimate expression of Two Town, what it was always meant to be. Two cities in one.
It was the Queen's Royal Robot Guards. She had to think fast. She had to roll the dice.
kid? You want crispy twigs? Kids love crispy twigs.
Sir, street socks. Get your socks here. Sock 2-packs, one for each of you. It's the perfect pair for the perfect pair. You're already wearing socks. Come back when you need new ones, kid.
Hey, kid! I'm selling crispy twigs here. Crispy twigs to trade. To answer your question, yes, business is slow. Kid, I got
Sir, street socks. Get your socks here.
the crispiest in town.
Estoy tapado. Torta vai. Il boye. Funde.
Oh. I need inspiration. I'd trade my Gubblegregor for a flash of genius. I'm through Pipkin, by the way. I am an artist, but not with paints or music. My art is the art of trading, and I want to push the art forward. Trading Gubblegregors is so routine. I want to trade something that hasn't been traded before.
Say, you wouldn't be willing to trade for that costume your friend is wearing, are you?
The two are about the equivalent amount of work.
I figured. Probably wouldn't fit too many folks anyway. Plus, people have traded costumes before. If you ever have anything to trade, you'll come see me, right? Especially something unusual. And maybe I'll offer you something amazing in exchange. Until then...
Help! Help! I'm being attacked by robots!
I got a 50% off sale. That's twice as cheap as normal. Buy one, get one free. That's 2 items for the price of 1. That's a deal specifically made Cellar Street. Don't miss it.
Shroud! Get your fresh shroud! Straight out of the tube! That's dinner for 2!
Oh, cool dice costume, kid. Careful you don't get arrested in it.
The heart of Two Town was even greater and bigger and scarier than in the most outlandish stories she'd heard the Junkers tell in Onecroft.
I love the Upside Down Town. It's a whole second Two Town.
And I can't stand them. I hate that stupid thing. It's a huge mistake. Sorry, you must have been speaking to my other half. I hate it.
By which I mean, it rules! Yeah, that's kind of my whole thing. But one thing will always remain consistent. My love for the Upside Down Town. It's beautiful and great and...
I hate it. Worst idea we ever had.
brilliant in both conception and execution. A
disaster in waiting that will
make everyone happy.
To die one day so that they can escape this horrible monster city.
And then go to heaven, which will be exactly like the new Upside Down Town. You know, my doctor said the same thing. That getting so overwhelmed with the upside downs of this world all the time wasn't good for me. I called him an insensitive low roller and left, but maybe this time I should listen.
nice costume, kid. My grandmother told me about him.
Help! Help! I'm being attacked by robots! You saved my bacon there, kid. Look, let me repay you. With a deal. I'm looking to trade a weird-looking four-sided skull for a gobblegregger. That'll be just the thing I need to gobblegreg my way out of future robot trouble. What do you say, kid? You don't know what a gobblegregger is? Forget it then, kid. But, you know, do come back if by any chance you happen to find one. Don't know what a gobblegregger is? Forget it then, kid. But do come back if by any chance you happen to find one.
family. We're twins. We finish each other's sentences. We double each other's happiness. We share each other's husbands. We multiply each other's... Wait, what? What? You said we share each other's husbands. Yep, I don't. You've been kissing my husband? Oh my God! Two-timer! It's double the fun. Please excuse us. We need to talk about this. Sorry.
That is such a creative dice costume. No way, Ronaldo. Are you seeing this?
What's a dice?
Words for sale. Who wants to buy a word? Here's one for free. Syzygy.
Hello! Can I interest you in a potion? Wait a minute. I don't know you. I only sell potions to my regular customers. I don't give out my art willy-nilly. You're not from around here, are you? You must feel lost.
It would be logical to give her a summary of the town that she finds herself in.
I was getting to that. Jeez! It would be logical of me to give you a summary of the town you find yourself in. As you may have noticed, we're big into duality here.
Even though it has its not unsubstantial downsides.
By the card makers, I'm speaking, Jorid!
Split personality, though ours is more unfortunate than most. Jared and I don't agree on very much these days. Ah, a keen question suggesting a logical mind. Everyone in Two Town is split, but it's not always the same way. I am fated to always be battling my other half, but even on my worst days, I know that it's fair.
We battle it out and it's a great system. As you can see, Jorid and I are in conflict a lot. We want different things in business, in life, in love.
In that some of us don't want love because it's an illogical distraction.
And some of us want to get mad kissy.
Also, we are at loggerheads over the direction of our business. But not for long. I am working on a potion to decide this once and for all. Yes, a potion to decide who is in charge. Whoever drinks it will be the leader once and for all, regardless of what the dice say.
Which will be me.
You misspoke, as anyone could clearly see that I am intended to be the one in charge. If you simply reason it out, you'll see that...
You know what? I have had it with your condescending and your precious...
logic! An emotional and frankly embarrassing response, dare I say, cringe-worthy? You two enjoy talking. I'm out of here. La 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 la, can't hear you. La 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 la, can't hear you. We have a few moments of privacy. There is one thing. That potion I mentioned. I need ingredients to finish it. And I'm afraid time is of some matter because my partner is working on a similar potion. One that will lock me out for good. It's logical, therefore, that I finish my potion first. So, if you'd be so kind as to find what I need before that happens, I would appreciate it. I can barely hear you with these fingers in my ears, but that sounded like a yes? Excellent. I require 3 bloobs. Unremarkable organisms distinguished by their loud screams. Listen for their sounds, and you'll find them. And don't worry about harvesting them for my experiments. My research indicates that it is actually quite ethical and logical for me to do this. I assure you it makes no difference to them. They loathe their existence all the same. All I require is that you find 3 bloobs for me, and I'll have all that I need. Oh, and there's a mighty reward in it for you. In conclusion, what I've said is highly intriguing, and if I were you, I'd go find those bloobs. Promptly. Farewell, kind stranger.
He's gone, yeah? Perfect! Listen, before you go, that potion that we're working on, I need ingredients first to finish it. Because as soon as he gets control again, my partner is going to invent a potion to lock me out for good! There's no stopping him. It's logical. So, if you'd be so kind as to find what I need before that happens, I'd be much obliged. Oh, nobody's going to die. It'll be fine. But I trust you, and you don't need to decide now. Get the bloobs, only give them to me instead of him. Got it? Oh, and there's a reward in it for you. I know, it's so intriguing. If I were you, I'd go find those ingredients to discover what it is.
Been dealt a bad hand, have you? Oh, never mind. Trade it in for a new one with me, old Manny Dex.
And lo, did the number 2 come to random, and lo, it was good. Oh dear, do I ever shut up? And lo, did the number 2 inspire all to praise the Queen for praise as long. And lo, did the Queen bless us with not 1, but 2 towns, and 2...
Behold, the door to 3 Town. Alas, the door was sealed shut, and only a roll of a 3 would open it. But Even's friend was 1 dot short. He could only roll a 1 and a 2, and Even would have to find a way to upgrade him.
Strange. What's up with these little guys? Well, I wonder if they could fix you.
Roll your dice and defeat all enemies. It's that simple.
It seemed as though Dicey was affecting that giant board game.
Time bubble has appeared. Here comes more treasure. game is almost over, but who will win?
كتبالة يدار منينة يا كسمونها كيف مريا تسكينيو
Some of us are trying to sleep. You can't hear that, can't you? That noise! Dang it. I'm trying to sleep, and that blabbed bloob is up on my roof making a ruckus. Lady, you'd do an old man's heart good if you could see your way to clearing those dang bloobs off my roof. All I want to do is nap. I'm old. I've spent more hours awake than anyone, and I deserve some moments of blessed unconsciousness. Quiet unconsciousness. You'll help me, won't you? I'll reward you or something. Thank you, little one. You've made an old man's heart want to fill with hope, which will happen as soon as this old man's ears are no longer filled with cotton to keep that darn noise down. Please don't dawdle now. I'm very old. Quiet down! I'm old and I'm tired, and I demand you respect that.
Thank you, little one.
Even knew that the door wouldn't open until Dicey had a third pip. Which was good, because it saved me from having to repeat myself.
A dice! Child! Yeah, you, child! I believe we can be useful to each other. No, nor I you, but the threads of fate weave strange fabrics indeed. You see, I've noticed that you have a dice with you. Right, a good act, child. You'll need your wits to survive what's coming, I'd wager. So, let's say, hypothetically, you have a dice, which of course you don't, which means you, hypothetically, have experience in their identification and true nature. I've heard tell of a dice circulating Cellar Street. Of course, it's been so long since a true dice has been here. People don't entirely recognize it for what it is. And if these rumors were true, well, I dare say you could be the one to find it. Folks dimly sense it has value. They treat it as something rare and unique, say a fossil, not knowing its true value, its true nature. I believe someone like yourself could trade for it, or at the very least, trade up to it. Hypothetically, of course, and if you did hypothetically succeed in possessing such a dice, well, I'd be interested, and I'd make it worth your while indeed. I've heard stories around Cellar Street. There's all sorts of strange items for trade there. And if you can't find it directly, you could trade until you do. I've told you all I can. Except that I've heard whispers that someone is buying words, and someone else is selling them. And that would be where I'd start. Make yourself useful, child. Trade and trade until, before you know it, you've got your hands on one of those dangerous, awful, deadly dice. And then you give it to me, and I will take care